Hello guys, this video will show you a powerful method to get quick panel lines and details using auto crease. So something like this, for example. So we can simply go from this to this using the power of data channel. As you can see, it really improves things without needing to manually crease this or use support loops. But real quick guys, I've got two new courses on Udemy: Ultimate Sci-Fi Soldier and Plasticity Modeling Guide. So guys, Plasticity 1.0 is now out. The program is pretty much at a good state. I like using this program, guys. It's really fantastic. It's hands down the best 3D modeling program I've ever used. It's fantastic. And this guide will show you how to create this awesome industrial mech. As for the Sci-Fi Soldier, I've got some really good ZBrush hard surface sculpting techniques and then a lot of 3ds Max clean topology. So you get the best of both worlds, guys. Really cool hard surface ZBrush techniques, and then all the retopology process of the Max. All the Max videos are unsped up, and the videos in ZBrush are a little bit sped up. So essentially, guys, the purpose of this one is not to overwhelm you with dozens of hours of content, but just to have really streamlined, just like the best of the best techniques for retopology and sculpting. So guys, check out those courses. Links are in the description. Let's continue. Alright, so one thing that's going to make this a lot easier, guys, is just to kind of copy and paste which modifiers you want. So I like to use actually Open Subdiv with 2 iterations and then Turbo Smooth with 1. I find it produces a little bit better results. So for example, if I clone this off to the side here, let's say I delete Turbo Smooth and just, go with 3 iterations of Open Subdiv, you can see, so this is the Open Subdiv Turbo Smooth on the right and then just Open Subdiv. You can see we get some problems happening right here. So you can see those problems are still here, but they're just not as noticeable. So when you're doing a very quick demonstration to clients or to your teammates or just to yourself, this can actually make things look a little bit better. You can see, for example, we get this little thing happening here, whereas with Turbo Smooth, it's a little bit less noticeable. So I just found Turbo Smooth improves things just a little bit here. Now here, for example, we've got this happening. With Turbo Smooth, it kind of smooths out a little bit better here. Alright, so we want Turbo Smooth, Open Subdiv, we want Symmetry, make sure I've got the right one. I'm going to get this one, and Data Channel. So I'm going to select these. For modifiers, I'm just going to copy it. Alright, and I'm going to paste that right on top. Alright, so we're working with Edit Poly right here. Pretty much I just applied Turbo Smooth. We had this happening here, and then Turbo Smooth, Edit Poly. Alright, so we are right here. And guys, I recommend having a good amount of density. So I don't think just this would be enough, unless of course you want simple details. I think you want at least something like this, maybe even this, depending on what kind of details you want. Let's go with something like that. Alright, so the way this works, guys, is that, and by the way, let me show you how to use Data Channel real quick if you have not watched my other videos. So Data Channel, then you select Auto Edge Crease Weights, then you click on the Load. Then you turn off Enable Display if you don't want these strange colors here. Then you go into Curve Control, and you want to maybe move this to the right or move this down and kind of get the sharpness that you want. Because this method is automatic, it's not perfect. When you're done at the end, you still want to go in here and manually crease everything. But this is a very good way to do it automatically and just to kind of give you a quick preview without needing to spend time cleaning it up every time. So this way you only need to clean up the creases at the end with a crease set modifier. So that's how you can use Data Channel. You can also go into Scale, and if 1.0 is too much, you can just decrease that to maybe 0.1, maybe 0.05 if it's too sharp. So that's how you use Data Channel. Alright guys, so once again, we're going to select all these 5 modifiers, we're going to copy them. So here's how this works. Let's say we want a panel line right here, so you just use Cut. And by the way, you can turn on the Split option, that way it will actually be a separate element, right? So you simply cut like this. Keep in mind there are triangles here, there are n-gons. Then you simply select this. Actually go into Element. You detach that, and you simply paste all those right here. And look at that, guys, really fast panels. Of course, there's some details here that can be cleaned up, always in the end, but this is a very good way to preview this. So I'll recommend really quick just to clean things up a little bit right here. Just to do things like this, for example. But you can see how we're able to get those panel lines very quickly. Nonetheless, let's do another one. There we go. Do a little bit of basic cleanup, which I would do just like this. All right, there we go, guys. As you can see, obviously there's always a little bit of cleanup we can do. And so once you've got this, I recommend just kind of moving this so that it's not perfectly even. I find that having a little bit of this makes things look even better. And then we can do a little bit of, for example, insert a loop through here. And then we're going to, here I am using the Versace script. A little bit of that right there really helps to get this these nice little details here, this nice little cutaway effect, which is very nice. So there you go, guys. Just really nice quick effects with minimum cleanup required. Of course, cleanup is always necessary, especially when you're working with some sort of film asset, but with this method, you really can minimize that. We can even do things like, let's shell it, for example, with 3. Let's say we want to fill this in, for example. Well, we can just detach this as a clone, and then we can simply paste that on here and simply just decrease the shell. And there we go, guys. Now we have this, not just a panel line, but also this separate detail inside of here. This is also very nice for getting different types of frame meshes on here. So for example, this also, of course, guys, works really well with the retopology modifier. Everything works really well with the retopology modifier. All right, so let's say we got something like that. And let me just maybe... All right, so we got this kind of thing right here. Let's say some sort of interesting frame happening right here. So we're going to detach as a clone. We're going to select that. All right. We're going to use retopology. Let's try... There we go, guys. It does smooth out a little bit of this here. If you don't want that to happen, you can apply shell first. All right, and then when you use retopology, it should, well, you can see it's not doing that right now because this is a single student group. So let's actually apply smooth first. Auto smooth, there we go. There we go. So as you can see, just really nice results happening here. All right, then we can collapse that and just paste all that. Whoa, we don't need the shell. There we go. As you can see, guys, we got this really fast frame mesh happening here. So do you guys see how easy it is just to add some details, apply a smooth modifier, read topology, and it turns all of your messy things here into this very nice, easily workable mesh right here. And then you just slap that data channel symmetry, fix this up by, for example, just moving this a little bit to the left right here. And now we have these really fast details. You can see right here there may be a slight problem where, let's say for example I want this to be round. I'm not getting that roundness there, but even so guys, it's quite an easy fix. You just go into data channel, go into curve, and then you go into curve control, and depending on what kind of sharpness you have here, what kind of object you're dealing with, what kind of details you're dealing with here, you may need to move this down or move this to the right. So notice I'm going to move this to the right. It's kind of smoothing out a little bit here. You can see it's kind of rounding that off. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of put up with the angularity for now. And then when you're done, at the end, you just delete data channel and replace that with crease sets and have the appropriate creases where you have more control. But as you can see, guys, this is just a fantastic method to quickly sharpen things up. You can see without doing that, we would have to either manually crease everything all the time or use a bunch of support loops, but look at how we're able to keep things nice and simple here and still get this sharp result. So it's a very powerful method to get fast details, guys. Quickly visualize what you're doing here. Quickly get these kinds of details. When you work with this and then read topology, you just get a very powerful workflow. Thank you for watching and take care.